Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball shot. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat Podcast, the show where we review some of the week's major news in the world of football. I am Benton, along with the family. Junior, Wagwan family, are you still?
Well, but good enough, but good. You know, Benton, the conversation we just have half here still. I think is something that we need for be responsible. Show a responsible show and send out to the masses out there the importance of taking care of your body and go ahead, doctor.
Yeah. But Ball Chat has always been a show that promote health across the board. We don't know come on always I beat the drum about healthy living, and we always say 100 check on the nuts. Part of the nuts campaign by one Mr. Sebastian Hellier. So, but health over wealth, most important, as the Rasta say.
Yeah, why them team I was stress you out, brother.
Yo, this is why I'm a boaty, When I used to support Barcelona, like me have money invested in it. My son they used to mash up and my week used to match up. But I think as both there's growth in myself, in the individual. I get to sit down and watch ball game without no bad man in nobody, and just cause sometimes I would sit here and watch Real Madrid and I was like, Real Madrid need to lose. And the hating on Real Madrid didn't help them losing. So
it actually made them better.
Yeah. Look at Real Madrid. So I have found growth in becoming a boaty, brother. I'm loving it, but kudos and big ups to the fans, yourself included, who remain loyal to your team. Big up to my brethren DUIs, who I saw him drop a tune, which is a wicked song. The man dropped a dub plate for Chelsea.
No, it's a dub plate against City fans still.
Dub plate against City fans for non-Jamaican, non-dancehall music. Non-dancehall listeners, a dub plate is usually targeted for a specific group, aka a tailored audio, lyrics, whatever it's called. You had the disc jockey, Junior. Is that a fair assessment?
That's a fair assessment, sir.
You know what? We need to link DUIs and tell him to send on the dub plate for Man City. Where is it?
Have it. I'm gonna try to build a video towards it, but I need videos and pictures of Man City fans being happy and crying at the sea, and you can't find it, which is ironically the gist of the song.
Well, make up some fake one. You know what? But the same Man City fans, we listened to some tunes yesterday, and the same football family. Welcome to the show. We're just holding a reason at the top of the show, as we always do. I was listening to some tunes yesterday, some big tunes, and a Man City fan said to me, "Say, yo, listen to them Mavada, listen to the Gully God, yeah." And the man draw big league. You remember the Mavada, we need to find it and play it a little more. Man City is in the big league. Them boy over there start playing in some other league, but Man City is the big league.
So you started off the show by throwing words at Liverpool fans. Okay, I got you.
yeah. Actually, the man said, we need to dedicate this one to Liverpool fans tomorrow. But I don't want to get censored. We don't want to get, it's not censored or any sort of commission sending any take-down content. So we're going to find the tune at some point, and before we go my way out, we're going to drop it.
Oh, I remember saying it. I email it.
Yeah, but make we find the Mavada Big League tune too also, because we want to drop it. Because Liverpool fans them could use it. Alright, so football family, just a whole reason on the front end of the show, talking about men's health. You know, it's something that we are a big advocates for. Big up to Camon out the road. Camon, of course, refereeing football games. Big up yourself. Camon doing our work, supporting the craft, supporting the game. You know. We have a jam-packed show on today's lineup for you. Today's big show, as usual. North London Derby. We'll get the top of the show after Ballers and Bugs. We'll take a look at Premier League action. North London Derby. Then we're going to talk about Jurgen Klopp and Mohamed Salah. Reggie, now we're going around this, so 1 or 2. Next round, round 1, round 2 may be coming. And I notice Liverpool fans will be missing from today's show. But Jurgen Klopp and Mohamed Salah will discuss the what appeared to be an argument on the sideline yesterday during the game. We'll also take a look at the potential incoming candidate for Jurgen Klopp, Mr. Arne Slot. Rumors are, maybe some official outlets are actually saying that Slot is the next man up to replace Jurgen Klopp. We'll get ready for UEFA Champions League semi-final games coming down. This week we'll preview upcoming games. We'll also take a look at UEFA Women's Champions League. Final is set. We'll get a final thoughts on those semi-final games and the potential and the final coming up. Jamaican football news and Jamaican football report. Come on, is away, but we're going to discuss Jamaican football news as always. Craig Butler, aka Bullhead, big up yourself wherever in the world. Mike Ricketts, president of JFF, said that them need to repair the relationship with the baller, aka Leon Bailey. Craig Butler has put some stipulations on such negotiations. We'll take a look. Get our thoughts on the article by Daniel Blake of the Jamaica Observer. Bunny Shaw, we're going to talk about Bunny Shaw, Jamaican Premier League, and other major news in Jamaican football. Of course, the Reggae Girls getting ready for a big friendly game coming up in a few weeks in June. Ballers of the week, family. Who do you have, Junior? Ballers, impressive players of the week.
You know, I have to kick it off with Sean Dyche and Everton. We're going to talk about Liverpool. We're going to talk about the downfall of Liverpool. I am going to say I told you guys so. I'm going to bring you back to Christmas time, or right around Christmas time, when Klopp announced he was leaving and the ramifications. Well, I predicted at the time. I'm going to say I told you so, right? But Everton has gone through the ringer this year in terms of having points deducted. Now, the play on the field, I mean, some might argue they should not be close to relegation. Fine. But they, in the last couple of games, they played against Nottingham Forest, who they were toe-to-toe with, fight battling against the relegation drop, beat them. Then beat Liverpool, and then come back and win them other 2 games after that. And I think we can firmly say with 5 games left that they are now safe and will have another year in the Premier League next year. So Sean Dyche and Everton, hats off to you guys. Arsenal today in the North London Derby, so much could have gone wrong, so much went wrong, but they still found a way to win the game. Yes, they were up 3-0. Yes, Tottenham fought back. Yes, we can question some of Enge tactical moves or changes, but still, give it to Arteta, give it to Arsenal. They are making a run for this Premier League title, something that we would have seen them drop off from last week. But I will touch women football a bit, because I will leave that for you. I'll leave that for you and the Women's Champions League, because you do it more justice than me. But I will say this. I think Leon have something for Barcelona. Big up Leon for beating PSG today. Hats off. They're ready for Barcelona, Benton. I'm going to kick up yours the key that side Barcelona. And write this down. My baller of the week goes to Craig Butler for getting an open check, a blank check, and writing the biggest number he can write on that check. We talk about that later.
All right, fair enough. Ballers and bugs. You say you're not touching women's football, aka not discussing it, but yet you decided to.
I'm leaving it for you because you do it more justice than me.
Yeah, you decided to support Leon. Boy, bad man, if bad man was a thing, eh? Alright, hating. Ballers and bugs segment. Baller of the week. Michelle Dormone. Baller. Leon Baller. Haitian Baller. Generational talent. I can wax lyrical about this player from now till next year. I mean, she is a special player. Leon booked their place in the Champions League final. Another goal for Michelle Domorne in today's semi-final. So this young lady has the sky's the limit, and we don't say that lightly because she is that good. I mean, we hype, some people hype ballers, but we don't know overhyping ballers around here. She is that good. Ball of the week to Michelle Domini. Ball of the week to Inter Milan. Have to give a ball of the week to Inter Milan. Champions of the Scudetto. I mean, they won the Scudetto title by a country mile. It's like they just destroy the entire Serie A. Inzaghi, the entire crew, baller of the week. And you know, Junior, I'm not going to give him a baller because it's not probably baller worthy. But an honorable mention, Chelsea have a little bit of fight in them. They fought against Aston Villa, especially Moises Caicedo. I think this is the best game I've seen Moises Caicedo played in about 2 years. He was outstanding for Chelsea. So honorable mention to Chelsea. When I give them the ball of the week, just an honorable mention, especially Moises Caicedo. Bugs of the week, family. What do you have? Big up to BM. BM says bug of the week, Liverpool for having an end of the season collapse.
I would say I told you guys so. Bug of the week. Why is the writer name for the article about Butler and
Daniel Blake.
Daniel Blake, come on down. Come correct a bug of the week. Because we don't need to hear this. We don't need that article. That information is not needed. We talk about that later. My biggest bug of the week though is Chris Wood from Nottingham Forest. Now, if you watch a game today between Nottingham Forest and Manchester City, first of all, Benton have the biggest goat mouth ever. If Benton say he's supporting your team, you bet against that. You bet the house that team is going to lose, right?
I agree.
The commentator in the Nottingham Forest game today said like Chris Wood have the greatest conversion rate from shots to goals in the Premier League, and it's not even close. Did you see the chances he missed today for Nottingham Forest, especially when it was 0-0? He had a wide open shot in the 6-yard box by himself, ball crossed to him on his favorite right foot, and a missed kick. When the game was tied 1-1, same thing, ball on his right foot from the 6-yard box and kick it right to Ederson. And this is a team that is trying to fight against relegation. This is a team that is being deducted points. Bug. And we talk about Liverpool and Salah and Klopp because this might not be a popular opinion, but I think Salah is an idiot. I think Salah is the one that crossed the line. I think Salah gets a bug of the week for me. Liverpool is melting down. They are busting out at the seams. And it coming like from Salah belly full, it's like you don't want to play for Liverpool anymore. So I'm giving it to Mohamed Salah, bug of the week, for being the poster child for Liverpool's meltdown. I think he has taken on that poster child role. And I have one more I'm going to forget. But go ahead.
Ballers and bugs. BM says baller of the week. Bayer Leverkusen for getting to the semis of the Europa League and remaining unbeaten for the season. Yo, Bayer Leverkusen, boy, them are strong. Them, I think we have the data. We need to find the data and the amount of great escape this season. I think it's been 10 or 12 games. When you think them dead, them find a way. So BM's giving them a ball of the week. Say Alexander Isaac. Is it Isaac or Isaac?
I say Isaac, you say Isaac.
All right. Alexander, when he was in Sociedad, it was Isaac. Now I'm there in England, Isaac. This youth is a baller. And he should get a ball of the week. There's no way that Newcastle can hold on to this player in the summer. I'll be absolutely shocked if this player remains at Newcastle. This player should be playing Tuesdays and Wednesdays in the Champions League. He's that good of a player. And Newcastle's not making Champions League.
Yep.
Pound ball of the week to Alexander Isak. All right, bugs for me. Bugs for me. Yes, I probably should give myself a bug of the week. A bug of the week, bug of the month, bug of the year for salting up or jinxing other people's team. Liverpool fans, blame it on me. I picked Liverpool about 4 weeks ago to win the Premier League. And it has
all crashing down.
It has all gone sideways for Liverpool. So, Liverpool fans, I'm the bug of the week, bug of the year, bug of the month, goat mouth, the man with the bad luck. If I pick your team, you're screwed. So, bug of the week for me. Sorry, Liverpool fans. You know what? I was going to pick Arsenal. Should I go ahead and pick Arsenal now?
Go right ahead.
No, but Arsenal can do that for themselves. Arsenal doesn't need any help. Also, bug of the week for the referee in the UEFA Women's Champions League semi-final game between Barcelona and Chelsea. No, man, it's you can't. This is so bad. Free kicks have been awarded, players not even touched, like 2 yards away. This is how bad the referee was. Red card handed out to Buchanan for the simplest thing. That was just bad referee. And the referee in the North London derby, is it what? Oliver? I think it was Michael Oliver.
Michael Oliver, yep.
How is it Michael Oliver can stood there and saw Declan Rice kick the man in nine balls and does not give a penalty? How is that possible? You saw it right there live in real time, but you said play on. It took VAR to intervene and said take a look. And then quickly as he goes over to the monitor, he says penalty. The referee, bug of the week, brother. Too many referees are putting their own personal bias in these things. You know the rules, make the decision and keep it moving.
So while you're at it, just talk about the non-handball for Manchester United.
I did not see that one. I did not see. Actually, yes. Now that you mention it, clear handball. Clear handball. That should have been a penalty.
It was a penalty last week for Everton. It was a penalty. It was the same penalty that that was awarded against Manchester United when Wan-Bissaka dived and the ball hit his hand behind him. But now it's not a penalty. It's crazy. But you know, forget about Man U. I think. Well, go ahead with the Bucks.
No, state your point. I was just thinking that the amount of things that Manchester United have gotten away with.
When?
Yo!
Come on.
The first game or second game of the season against Wolves. when Matheus Nunes almost killed. I'm not even gonna say killed Manchester United, and he was harassed, abused by Onana, and the referee looked at that play and said no penalty. I guess they made up for it yesterday.
Yes, okay, whatever. But you know, when VAR was implemented in England, the rule of thumb was VAR is supposed to fix clear and obvious errors, right? Now, when you stick to that frame of mind, are those words clear and obvious? So when the referee makes a decision, VAR is looking and say, okay, you judge this one way based on this video evidence. It's clear and obvious it should go the other way, right? What it has now turned into is VAR is now being used for game-changing calls, i.e. penalties, i.e. offsides. VAR is, to the referees are now basically saying, for game-changing moments, we are here to let the game continue until we get to a point where VAR can come in now and judge that game-changing moment. If they come out and say that, we'll be just fine, right? If they come out and say, this is the role of VAR, even if it looked like Declan Rice kick, I don't remember who in
Ben Davies.
Ben Davies. Yeah. We're going to let it go and let the VAR ref buzz us down and say, hey, that's a penalty. And we move on. It's the same thing with the goal line technology, with the ball over the line, where we have gotten so accustomed to it now that when there is a call for a goal that looks like a goal on TV, the cameraman instantly goes to the referee. Referee looks at his watch. No, I don't get the buzz, keep playing, and there's no arguments, right? That's where I think we are going with VAR technology, where the referees now are not there to just judge the game. They're also there to have the game flowing and get the game to a point where the VAR can accurately come in and make a decision without changing the format or the flow of the game. I think that's where we're going.
And maybe, so mainly in England, right?
Well, in England, but that's a start. So
Okay.
yes, you're right, because not all leagues, not all cups are adapting to that methodology.
Yeah.
I would say in the World Cup, they have the semi-autonomous
semi-automatic, the chip
Right.
inside the ball. Yeah.
So you have those that come in as well. But I think in the World Cup and in Europe or UEFA cups, they more trust the referees more than in England. And maybe betting have something to do with it in England. I don't know, because I know gambling is heavy in England. Whatever it might be, they just need to come out and say, here is the amendment to what VAR is, because clear and obvious is no longer needed. Just bet the call. Is it a penalty or not based on your feeling?
Yeah, but I mean, if it's so clear and obvious is a very subjective thing, right? What is clear and obvious to one person might not be clear and obvious to another person.
No, I think refereeing is subjective. I think clear and obvious is trying to remove the subjectivity out of it. So, for example, clear and obvious. Clear and obvious would be
because I thought that penalty was clear and obvious.
Yes, but so then
with Ben Davies and Declan Rice.
So technically, Michael Oliver did not give the penalty, right?
No, he did not give the penalty. VAR said to take a look at it.
Yeah, but VAR is saying you made a clear and obvious error. It should be a penalty, right? Okay. So it worked out in that moment. I think we can agree that it worked out in that moment. What if bring it back down memory lane. You remember the Wijnaldum penalty that when Jamaica played America, and it was a 1-1 game at Washington, and Goodison hand the ball, and by our eyes on the TV, he was outside the box, right?
Okay.
If you remember that penalty. By our eyes.
I'll follow you, but you know,
The Jamaican eyes were saying he was outside the box, while the American eyes were saying no, he's clearly inside the box.
Okay, I see
The
what
referee at the time said it's a penalty, right? If VAR was to come in and the VAR ref had Jamaican eyes or he had American eyes, it would make a definitive answer, right? If the referee have a purely objective eyes and look at it and say, you know what? I have no camera angle that says it is obviously inside or outside the box. So guess what? It's not a clear and obvious error.
I mean, I think in situations like when they don't have a clear and obvious angle, then they make a decision like the call on the field remains.
But that's where I'm going with it. That's a problem because now these referees are sticking with not calling penalties.
Yeah, but it depends on the way I understand the implementation of the rules. That in England there are different. All right, so the English FA they don't want re-refereeing at the ball game. All right, and so ultimately it's just like Nottingham Forest owners say, yo, you have a Luton VAR, VAR in the VAR. That is a problem for them. So you can't. Nottingham Forest should get a significant fine for that statement because then you are actually questioning the credibility of that individual, whatever Nottingham Forest or Donkey Kill Philip fan. It doesn't matter. They are trained to say this is the rules and these are the violations. Let's keep it moving. The problem I have in England is the bottom line is that this idea of re-refereeing the game is nonsense to me. Get the call right and keep it moving. If it's an offside, it's an offside. If it's a penalty, it's a penalty. This VAR seems to be reluctant to intervene in England because they don't want to take away any sort of authority or power or re-referee the game. And Cameron used to say the same thing when this was starting as a referee aficionado, said, we don't want to re-referee the game. And I don't care. I want to get the right call because you know what is happening? There's too much money at stake in these football games. We'll look at Tottenham versus Arsenal today when the man outside and the Tottenham fans are saying that Van der Ven wasn't outside. Arsenal fans are saying, well, yeah, the man outside. And so, to me, that is too close of a margin for you really kind of get a ruler because it comes with the technology. I don't necessarily think maybe the technology is that advanced to capture the alignment, and you know more about these things than I do, but I would suspect you need a high moving frame of second camera to be able to capture those small margins. And to me, when you draw those lines with those, like in today's game with Arsenal and Spurs, I think that is too close of a margin. Just give the goal. The rule on the field is the goal. The rule says it's supposed to favor it should be in favor of the attacker if it's that close anyway. So just give the goal and keep it moving. But the blatant calls is a problem I have. Like, yo, brother, the man kick the ball, the man nine nuts. It's a penalty. The ball get tangled in that box and the man hands away from him hand. It's a penalty. Why are we, so them things, those are the issues I have with VAR.
I agree. Big up Rock Marciano is a good. Says Zabi's pulling out voodoo tricks. This execution run is not normal. Big up Jeremy, and Jeremy said that it's a length of time it's taken to make the decision with VAR. He also said, wrong, Junior. In a big game like that, VAR has to look at the penalty. And he also said, me agree, get the call right.
Get the calls right. I mean, there's a lot of money at stake in these football games. A lot of money at stake in these football games. And you mentioned the goal line technology. Some of the stuff is just unbelievable to me. Like the other day with the Barca Real Madrid game. The ball went over the line. We thought, at least from our vantage point, the ball went over the line. but they don't have the technology. And to me, that doesn't make any sense. So you are big league and you don't have goal line technology.
Yeah, as the Jermaine also said, if it's that close, then go with the call on the field. That is my problem. That is my sticking point. The call on the field right now is they're staying safe and saying just play on. Right? So it removes the need for clear and obvious. And by the way, it's so ironic. This week, a company came out. I don't remember which company. I don't know if it's Canon or some company came out. I know it's not a company. It's a college. Some researchers at a college are saying that they have now developed the lens that can capture the movement of light. The shutter speed is that fast that it can capture the movement of light down to some milliseconds. So maybe in the next couple of years that'll be implemented in VAR. Who knows?
We don't need all them things there. We don't need to capture them small, man. Just we don't need all them things there. You know, that's the thing I have. I mean, the blatant calls just all right. For example, here is the Spurs versus the outside today. Spurs coach Mr. Ange Postagogland said that the games are not being refed in the stadium on the field anymore. They're refed at some location away from the okay. All right. You see this outside call to me, it's too close. Because you can see Gabriel Batti push out, aka posterior push out. And it's too tight. So you don't need to be measured right here.
Yo.
Yeah, it's too tight of a line.
Pause.
Yes. So you don't want to comment on Gabriel's posterior.
Brother, why?
All right, so but your thoughts on this outside call? Spurs fan says it should been, and of course now you intend the area of bias, but just looking at the evidence in front of it.
It's too all right. It's too all right. One of the purest sports out there. All right. There's no sport in the world. Let me say this. So Jeremy said, by the way, VAR didn't predict that Anthony would score this week. I did, and he did. He did say Anthony was going to have a big game this week. He also said that's too much light speed. Foolishness. BM said, why for that Benton? No, did he? Jeremy said, hey, Mark, Dr. Fish. Hey, yo.
Why, hey. Yeah, them sharpie, them fast. Hey.
Well, wait, think about it. The only sport, in my opinion, that needs this kind of technology is track and field. It's racing. That's the only sport. I need to see which part of your body reach cross the line before this next part. That's all. Yeah. When you look at baseball, they have what they call phantom outs, right?
Yeah.
And anybody that know baseball, you watch MLB, when they're doing a double play, for you to have an out, right? When the ball is thrown to the fielder on the base, his foot has to touch the base.
Yeah.
With the ball in his bat, in his mitt, and then he throws to the other side, right? In MLB, just to avoid injury, they allow phantom outs, where the fielder's foot does not touch the base. He drags it over the base and then throw the ball, and then it's an out, right? The same thing with the batting. You have a strike zone. With all the technology we have in this world right now, you don't need an umpire to sit down there and say, today I'm going to say the strike zone is here, but tomorrow the strike zone is down here, or down here, so right here. So, and when you watch ESPN have the technology to say, here's the strike zone, the ball hit the strike zone, umpire said ball. And the commentators don't complain about it, right? NFL, look at the NFL. The biggest thing in NFL football or American football is you have technically 4 players, but generally 3 players to get the ball 10 yards, right? with all this technology they have, you can literally put a red line on the field and a green line on the field and have it all the way down to the micro inch. This is 10 yards. But no, they have some 60-year-old man with a chain, put a stick, and another man with a chain, put a stick down and say, hold it 10 yards, look. And then say the ball start here. And this is NFL where they bet hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars, billions of dollars yearly, right? And nobody complains about that 10 yards when sometimes it's 9.5, sometimes it's 10.5. But we in football right now, because some idiot out there decided to bring technology in, has moved us away from traditional ways of judging these calls. If we had VAR technology, Paul Teagat Davis, half of his goals would count. Inzaghi goals them would count. Some of the greatest moments in football would not have happened because you know, see the referee stood up and VAR official is talking for the last 5 minutes, trying to decide if Ronaldinho goals should count. VAR is standing here for the last 5 minutes trying to decide if Romario goals should have counted. We kind of, and you, credit to you, Benton, and to come on, because I at the start was all for VAR. You guys won against VAR, and it's coming to fruition.
The Swedish FA resoundingly voted against implementing VAR in its local league this week. Junior, I mean, do you think that this is a beginning of something where, I mean, FAs will say, yo, just don't worry with it, because you're paying a lot, right, to have this technology, to have the tools, the angles, you know, you need the camera, Junior, and them software bridgings, them need to develop new updates so that them can sell it to you for the software package. You're paying a lot for this to support VAR, right? You have about what, 9 or 10 TVs, but it's not solving the problem. Nottingham Forest, Nuno Espirito said it this week again, and he went off at the pre-match presser. He's like, look, with all that we have been through, I am surprised how I credit my players for still fighting. Now, granted, you know, I don't know how many, you know, but they said that they should have gotten a penalty last week against Everton. And yes, they should have gotten a penalty. And they're in with Ashley Young. Ashley Young handled the ball in the box. And they have filed a complaint with the PGMOL saying, like, look, we have to revisit these things. But it doesn't, whether PGMOL returns and says, okay, these were violations, these were errors, those points are gone. I mean, so Nottingham Forest might get relegated on the back of 1 point or 2 points.
And no, you're not getting relegated on the back of 1 point and 2 points. And you see, big up Reggie. Reggie said, ask that fan here. VAR gets calls wrong all the time. There was no advantage gained by the Spurs player being 1 inch offside. Happy this incorrect offside was given though. And Jeremy, it's a job program for baseball umpire. He also said blame Maradona. I think the idea, like I said, VAR was supposed to fix. What VAR was supposed to fix actually made it worse. And who did it make worse? I think it made the coaches worse. Because before VAR, what would Nuno say? Yo, look at the replay. You should have got the penalty. But you know what? That's football. The refs are human. We move on. We should have scored. We should have never lose. Chris Wood should have scored 3 goals. But no, just because we have the crutch of VAR, just because we see where VAR has come and made some wrong calls right, now you seem to feel like what you think is wrong should be made right. So we're back at square one. Now, I think the train has already left the station. There's no way we will go back. We're not going back. I don't think there's anything you can tell anybody to say, I have now made VAR more efficient, better. We're just going to have to learn to live with it.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't say this a few months ago. I think the way VAR is done in the English Premier League needs a significant improvement and probably elimination from the English Premier League. Now, the way more and more Americans are investing in soccer or football or whatever you want to call it, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Americans said, you know what, the NFL gives their coaches ability to have a challenge a call. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Americans start pushing for challenges in a football game, a soccer game. So like yesterday, Eric Ten Hag sees the ball touch the player's hand in the box. Eric Ten Hag then has a red flag that says, you know what, challenge it. I want to go and look back at this player.
But that's what Jeremy just said, and fair enough. I'm so other than that, go with the call on the field. But then, if VAR looked at the play and said no penalty, what the hell your challenge will do?
If I go wait for more, wait for my parking lot.
Go back and look at the play one more time, brother. But just check the play is not a penalty. We move on. It's like we move on.
There's no perfect scenario, but it's just crazy, brother. Crazy.
Well, we are going to learn to live with it.
All right, now to the actual game at hand. I mean, the big victory for Arsenal. Saka said they learned from last year. Coach Mikel Arteta said after the second goal went in, it was a nail-biting finish. Talk me through this victory for Arsenal as they continue to squeeze Man City, rightfully so. They're pushing with 3 games left for Arsenal, 4 for Man City.
Saka might be right when he said that they've learned from last year. But Bukayo Saka and Reggie and the whole of the Arsenal fandom would have more to learn, because you should not be up 3-0 and have a nail-biting finish the way you did. And let me tell you something. Look at that last free kick from Son in the end of the game. I'm telling you right now, if that ball was at target, that was a goal. Because Arsenal keeper was last.
The corner kick?
It was the corner. It was off the foul.
Okay.
The last kick of the play, the last kick of the game. When Son, I don't think it wasn't a kick. I think Son just crossed it with his left foot.
Okay.
And the keeper was last. So you see, like how Arteta said after the second, well, I guess he meant after Tottenham's second goal went in, it became a nail biter. Should have never gotten there. Now your goalkeeper is an idiot for giving away that goal. But even being up 3-1, it should be like, yo, the game done. Let's just kill out the game. With Partey and Declan Rice on the field together, the game done. What kill out the game? And you know what was one of the biggest stat? The biggest stat, and I would have never guessed this. That's why I had that complaint about Man U penalty. Tottenham has been awarded only 2 penalties this year. And today was their second penalty. I couldn't believe that stat when Homeboy said it on TV. That
they should get more?
Of course, the way how Tottenham play and their style of play, I cannot see them not getting more penalties. So something is off. Something is off. Something just off. Better at the end of the season, a team only get 2 penalties with 5 games left in the season. That's crazy. Apart from that, it was a good ball game. I think Arsenal definitely is better than last year, for sure. And that's Captain Obvious. But they should not have come away late the way they did.
I mean, it shows a bit of grit, though. Seeing it out, regardless, no matter what. At this stage of the game, and Erling Haaland kind of spoke to some of that at the conclusion of the Man City game. And he kind of surmised this part of the season. You know, you just win the game. It doesn't look good. It doesn't matter how you do it. You just need to win the game. And I think this applies for Arsenal and their running. Now, I personally think that Spurs selection, Spurs starting 11 was a weaker team, and you know, to me, you cannot start Højbjerg and Bentoncourt in midfield and Madison in front of them, then put Young Son down the middle. To me, that is utter rubbish. And then tell Timo Werner to go play left side going against Ben White. How is Timo Werner gonna beat Ben White? When he's born in an offside, he's born in an offside. Notoriously, probably has one of the highest offside stats in the Premier League, and he's not gonna beat Ben White one-on-one.
I agree.
So,
yeah.
So to me, I don't, and I think when Ange made the substitutions, he made substitutions at halftime. Then that kind of changed. Because how is Sarr not in your starting 11? Now, Bissouma and Sarr work well together at the beginning of the season. Now, and Bissouma has been playing around with the ball of late. So I can see why you bench Bissouma. But you don't bench Sarr if he's fit. You don't put in Højbjerg and Bentoncourt. I mean, sir. To me, that is foolish. And then you have... You put Son on the middle. You tell Kulusevski to go on the right side. I mean, come on.
Well, you know that speaks to Arsenal's improvement, and not only on the field, but also their image in the league. Because now Tottenham is adjusting their approach to the game to see if they can unhinge Arsenal. That is something that we would have never talked about before.
Yeah, but the impressive thing about Arsenal, Junior, is this. I had, goat mouth aside, I had Arsenal winning the game because we watch enough football. And the thing about it, even you go through the paces, you go through the passing, eventually Arsenal was going to win this football game.
Right.
And so that to me really signifies Arsenal's growth. How it doesn't matter what really Tottenham going to do, playing the way they play, this version of Tottenham, they're not going to beat this Arsenal team. Arsenal is very good defensively. I mean, and with Declan Rice and Thomas Partey sitting in front of them, they are perfectly fine in football. They will be in football games, and they will get chances, and they will score goals. So the verdict of who was going to win this game was never in doubt for me.
Okay.
It was never in doubt. Yeah. It was never in doubt for me. Never in doubt. No, I mean, yes, Raya, the goalkeeping situation for Arsenal is probably a concern. Because it's not the first time Raya has made errors. Unnecessary errors. Like no pressure, no problem. Like, bro, what you do? And he seems unsure of himself when he comes to take command of the box. He definitely play with the ball very well out of the box.
Right, and that's where football is going. Cause that's why De Gea is not at Man U right now. It's the same thing with Ramsdale. Ramsdale might be a better shot stopper, but he doesn't trigger the press break well. I mean, come on, man.
All right, so big up to Arsenal as they continue to their impressive season. Impressive season. But other major news this weekend in the EPL, we cannot segue from the EPL without touching this Jurgen Klopp, Mohamed Salah situation, Junior. We'll take a look at the table later on in a few minutes. We'll take a look at the table. Jurgen Klopp said he spoke to Salah and it's done by his account. Junior, put on your unbiased hat. If such a thing exists when it comes to Liverpool, what exactly is going on here, family?
The non-biased hat for me is if Kevin De Bruyne and Pep can have butting of heads when it comes out to tactics, and we say, oh, look at the master tactician on the field going up talking to the master tactician on the sideline. Well, why can't the orchestrator of heavy metal football have a tit for tat with one of his greatest pieces of heavy metal producers?
Yeah, one of the
Right.
big instrumental player in his run and his successes at Liverpool.
Right. So that is my non-biased hat. Or that is me with my distant perspective, right? Not non-biased, it's my distant perspective. I'm not privy to what's going on in the locker room. I'm not privy to what's going on right there on the sideline. I didn't read the lips. I don't know what happened prior or after, right?
So we have the video here from Bean Sports.
The video is insignificant. I'm gonna tell you why the video is insignificant. Because Kevin De Bruyne and Pep had their spot as well. And in my opinion, Kevin De Bruyne's one was worse because Kevin De Bruyne was on the field. He was playing. And had a complete meltdown with him coach. Basically, him not a sense. While the ball is moving. Right? Salah is going on the field.
Yeah, sorry, continue. I'm gonna
So, but the problem for me, dog, like I said earlier, is a distant perspective. Know that we're looking at what Salah said afterwards. The words that came out of Salah's mouth is concerning. Right?
Uh-huh.
We can't talk now, or else there'll be fire.
Yeah.
First of all, poor choice of words, Salah, with your history, with where you come from, and what go on in the it is a poor choice of words.
All right, let's play the video for you people then.
Yeah.
So Klopp went ahead and said something back to Mohamed Salah here.
Yeah.
And then Mohamed Salah came back at him. And the players, Darwin Núñez and Gomez intervened. And that was and West Ham scored after that.
So from your perspective then, because I'm telling you, trust me, the video is insignificant to me.
Yeah, so it seems like he was ticked off because my assessment, I think he was ticked off because he didn't start.
Right.
I think, all right, if you look at him coming here, getting ready to come on, right? So Klopp goes over to him to give him a tap, a dap, and he was reluctant to give Klopp a dap. So this is the start, and then he gave him a dap, and Klopp is saying to him like, "Come, what's going on?" You know? And then
Rock Marcial said Klopp-Salah argument is nothing more than a team senior season problem at the end of the manager's tenure. Of course, there is going to be tension and arguments, not a big. And of course, I'm sure they still love and respect each other. That's a fair statement, but you see, if this was Jose Mourinho, we'll have to say, okay, par for the course, right?
yeah,
If this was LVG, well, that's okay, par for the course. The thing that made Klopp great, the one thing that made Klopp great was people say that he's a player's manager, right? And when your best player and you have a disagreement like that, and the first thing that publicly comes out of your player's mouth, your best player's mouth is, I can't talk right now or else there'll be fire.
And so here is the Salah in the mix zone. This is from Joe. Castellano.
The El Pistolero said this has been going on before that moment. From the warm-up, there was some problems. Yes, and that's why the cameraman was ready for zoning on them because they're watching it and seeing what was going on.
So when he says there's going to be fire here if he speaks, it seems like he's smiling though, meaning like he's kind of a trolling.
It's more than trolling. All right.
It seems like because at this time Klopp has said that we spoke and it's done in his opinion. Now there are videos of Klopp walking past Salah at the end of the game, and that he was dapping the other players, but they didn't dap each other. But when he says if I speak there, what kind of fire? What am I talking about? Marasta?
Well, I know you call him the lion. The Egyptian lion.
Has he been listening to Capleton? What kind of fire am I talking about?
Maybe. You never know. And slew them. but seriously though, like in my opinion, I think what we're seeing right now, the Klopp message. This right here could be the reason why Klopp got tired.
Yeah, he had enough.
And he's been dealing with stuff like this behind closed doors, and it finally bust over and seep over into the public eye. This could be it. This could be, I just don't have the energy anymore. Because it was weird when he said it in the midst of a title race. Dude, you are everybody's saying you have the team that can run down Man City, you're getting all of these results. How you just come out of the blue and say, yo, I can't about a coach aside anymore?
Well, he did say that he was tired. He says he couldn't go again another season. He did say
right. But what is it that you couldn't go? At the time, I said it didn't make any sense.
So big up El Pistolero. Sorry, Joe. El Pistolero says that he thinks that he means that Klopp will go hard on him for the rest of the season, as in that will be the fire. So yeah, that's a potential.
Well, you see, that is coming from the mind of a Liverpoolian.
Tough week for Liverpool though. Tough week. I mean, the Merseyside derby and points against West Ham. Junior, I told Cameron yesterday, I said you probably need to put $5 on Liverpool not winning a game the remainder of the season. And I said it jokingly. But Junior, watching Liverpool yesterday against West Ham, I mean, bruh, it doesn't look good.
Oh, but this is not the first time we've seen this. We saw this when they got kicked out of the Europa League, or when they lost the first leg. They lose the first leg, and they come back and lose that weekend after, right? And Klopp said after the Europa game, there'll be a response.
Yes.
We would have a response. And then next year they fell flat. No, at the time we said they created chances, so they were unlucky, right? But with this spilling over right now on the field, one must think that this has been going on behind the closed doors for a while. And that could explain why Liverpool was sputtering.
Actually, this should be another bug of the week. Another referee, Anthony Taylor, should get another bug of the week. This is another incident that doesn't make any sense. Anthony Taylor is the referee in the West Ham game, Liverpool West Ham game. Pulling up this video again. I guess YouTube might tell us to take down all of this. It doesn't make any sense. How is it possible? And for the video is coming up, family. For the ball to be a live ball, you tell the man play on, and then he's playing on to get the ball. You stop the play. It does. To me, that doesn't make any. Talk to me. What exactly happened there, Junior? Because I can't make sense of it.
I can't make sense of it either. That's what El Pistolero is talking about. What do you think about the ref blowing the whistle before Gakpo kicked the ball?
Because the goalkeeper had the ball, or Ariola had the ball earlier, and the referee said, play on. Play on. And then he played on, he tossed the ball out, and Gakpo ran in on the ball, and then he blew the whistle. So what if Gakpo had scored that goal?
Then VAR would have to say, is this a clear and obvious error?
What is the error? So here's the play. So it's a live play, and the ball is live. It's a live ball, and he tells, and then he. What?
Remember say live, but it looked like it about to be a game-changing moment too quickly. So let's redo it. Big up the Rock Marcia. Rock Marcia said, Klopp is out of ideas and tactics. The whole tactic is to pass around the centre backs, give the ball to Trent, and he tries a Hollywood pass to forwards. Klopp mentally checked out. El Pistolero said the front line chooses the wrong time to misfire.
Anthony Taylor need a week at PE training, man. You need to figure out there's a PE referee. This doesn't make no sense. Liverpool fans will rob. If I'm Gakpo, I'm scoring that goal. I'm kicking it in. Referee blow the whistle be damn, and then they'll be hearing and getting an email from Liverpool, just like Forest at the PGMLO office. Because it's a live ball. The referee told the player, play on. And he walked away, as in everyone, so he can play on. He tossed the ball out, and the man rushed in, and then he blow the referee.
So you know what's the biggest problem with that? And Rock Marciano said Gakpo would have missed if he kicked it.
Rock is just trolling the Liverpool fans.
El Pistolero said it would have been a headache if he actually kicked it to the goal. And
yeah, I mean, if he scored a goal, then what you going to tell? It's a live ball. He
should have kicked it in the goal. And the VAR would have said exactly what we said. I'd say, yo, it's like the goal count. You blow your whistle. And the man, when the business about that, the goal count.
Yeah.
So he should have, it's Gakpo's fault.
All right. Liverpool, though. The problems that you see is just the simple fact that, all right, at least the things I've seen. Simple fact, them not score goals.
Yes.
The front line is horrible. Mohamed Salah is out to lunch. And this team depended heavily on Mohamed Salah. Whether he's scoring goals or not, he used to be very creative, an integral part of whatever they want to do, right? And right. We don't know St. Nunes is a bug. At least, he's 14 goals scoring and 10 assists bug, all right? And Diego Jota, he's out. Liverpool all season have struggled with defending. Because from last year, from in the fall, Liverpool conceded early. And right. They would have to come back in football games. We look at a stat recently where they secured 29 points from losing position. So you cannot keep going to the same well. My question to you regarding Mohamed Salah.
Eventually it will run out. Eventually your luck will run out.
My question, and it's too early. I guess we will see what happens, what goes from here. It seems to me like Liverpool, of course, Liverpool is going to be in the Champions League spot. That is exactly.
Yeah? Yeah, they will.
Yeah, I mean, and so other results that stood out for you yesterday in the EPL. Klopp was Pochettino was really ticked off. He said that, another one complaining about VAR. He felt like Chelsea winner should have stood. Ball was called back because of a shove in the back. Your thoughts on that one, family?
That's of all the referee egregious calls, that's the least of all of them. Like, he did push the defender in the back.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So what are we complaining about, Patch? Just because the referee never call it? So that's what you see. That's what pisses me off, though. Some coaches are saying, I want VAR to get involved, while other coaches are saying, I want the referee's call to stand. And what's the common denominator? Which one it benefits you first?
Yeah, which one it benefits more? But Pochettino is saying that, not Klopp. And I saw a comment regarding Klopp, and we'll revisit it in a second. Big up Kofi Powell. Pochettino is saying that, look, last weekend in the FA Cup semi-final, we got screwed. We were supposed to get a penalty. So this weekend, we got screwed again. So you have these build-up of gripes against VAR. And it's not the same VAR official from game to game.
No, sorry, I'm reading between the lines. Pochettino right now is saying, don't fire me, blame the referees.
Okay.
Because
that too.
Because common sense should say, but Poch, why were you down 2-0?
Yeah.
Why were you down 2-0? You already scored 2 goals. Why you couldn't stop them from scoring 1? Why do you have to be down 2? Why do you have to need a VAR call at the last minute to win the game? So stop the complaining, man.
Aston Villa here, Junior. Does this affect? Well, it probably this doesn't. They will still make Champions League, right?
They should, because it doesn't feel like Tottenham are, well, not Man U. Tottenham. It doesn't feel like Tottenham want it. They are now 7 points back with 2 games in hand. I must say Tottenham have 2 games in hand. So Aston Villa, it should feel a little twip.
It should be.
But they're on their way to securing Champions League.
Aston Villa 7 points back, 2 games in hand. But Spurs 7 points back off Aston Villa with 2 games in hand. But then that would anticipate that Spurs is going to win those games.
Well, Spurs play Chelsea next. They play Liverpool.
They also have Man City.
They play Man City. They also play Newcastle.
They play the Spurs on Thursday. They play Chelsea.
Right.
On Sunday they play Liverpool. Burnley, Man City on the 14th. And they wrap up again. What? Sheffield United
And Newcastle.
And Newcastle.
So,
yeah.
So to answer your question, no, they're not winning all their games. So the two that is left in hand, they might not get it. So after Villa, though, you have to take care of your business. You cannot be up 2-0 at home to Chelsea and give away that game. It just can't. It just can't. So it seems like none of these teams want the top 4. Want the 4th position.
Aston Villa has Olympiacos, Conference League semi-final, Brighton, Liverpool also, and Crystal Palace.
Yeah. But they host Liverpool, second to last game. We have no idea what state of mind Klopp and Liverpool would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We just have to sit back and watch the ball games.
Exactly.
Kofi Powell says that he thought that the Liverpool lose the momentum from Klopp make his announcement. But they went. I think they went on a 9-1 run when he made those announcements. Right? Made the announcement.
They did. So basically, in my opinion, they gave Klopp his send off in that 10 games.
So the send off was the 10 games after the announcement was made.
Right after the announcement, and then
because they went on a 9. I think it was 9 games. 9 games and they with 1 defeat.
But then after that, the man them say, yo, a vacation time, you know.
Okay, fair enough. Vacation time, are you in a title race?
Yeah, because my coach is leaving. I done win the title already. Most of them done win some trophy already. But I'm not for play for. I'm tired. Yo, can you imagine the captain of the ship is saying, I'm tired. But I want you to go out there and bust your ass same way. It doesn't work like that,
the captain says he's tired in the summer. He doesn't want to come out. He's not tired now.
No, he's tired now. That's why he's making his decision now. But I want you to go out there and play hard.
I definitely understand that. Yep, definitely understand that point. Speaking of the captain of the ship, new captain seems to be on deck. Feyenoord's head coach Arne Slot is the man. Seems to be favored. There's multiple reports that agreement is already in place. It's too early to really make any sort of assessment, Junior. I mean, but I know you watch a lot of Dutch football, and give us your assessment of Mr. Slot here. Similar starter system, so I mean, in terms of
but he's not going to have the same players coming in. So he will have to make some changes, and unfortunately, the most recent Dutch coach to leave, Eredivisie, to come to England hasn't been successful. So what would the players say? Is another Ten Hag this?
No, it's not. It's not another Ten Hag. Hank says we can't call him another Ten Hag until he's given his opportunity, right? Because Ten Hag is a misery, brother. We'll get to Ten Hag in a few minutes. Ten Hag is just surely. Rockstar the man look like Hank from Breaking Bad.
True.
Junior, I think I've seen some reports where they said about $13 million thereabout is the salary compensation. I mean, here's what I know with Liverpool. Liverpool has an administrator in Mike Edwards who is supposed to be excellent. And based on the successes on the club, he was an integral part of that success.
Right.
Or those successes. So I expect him to use data and make an informed decision, and subsequently, this guy should be a good fit, I expect, at Liverpool.
Should, but the jury will be out because English Premier League can swallow you whole if you're not prepared. Yeah. So we'll see.
It definitely came from out of left field though. Jaja. Because you have Amorim in Portugal who thought he was front and center for this job, and that didn't happen. You have Xabi. I mean, once Xabi Alonso took his name out of the race, then it was kind of wide open, right?
Right.
Speaking of Dutch coaches, Junior, you're a Manchester United coach. Eric Ten Hag says Manchester United is the most dynamic team in the English Premier League. What does he mean with that statement, Junior?
All right. So
he also asked for patience regarding the top four. It was official today that Manchester United will not make the Champions League. He asked for patience.
Okay, yeah, I'll be patient. I'll wait till next year for try again. But the definition of dynamic is characterized by constant change, activity, or progress. A force that stimulates change or progress within a system or a process. Another term for dynamics, right? So when club says that we're dynamic, yes, the team is changing.
When Ten Hag. Yes.
Ten Hag said that.
Dynamic and entertaining, right?
Well, yeah, because you get the edge of your seat moments. When was the last time a Manchester United fan had their hearts in their mouth when they see their goalkeeper standing 5 yards away from two forwards, having the ball at his feet, trying to figure out who I'm going to roll the ball to next? That is dynamic. That is heart-pounding moments. How much other people sit down and say Casemiro and Erling Haaland? Casemiro and Erling Haaland playing centre-back. That is dynamic and that is
Casemiro
hard
and Erling Haaland playing centre back.
Sorry, Casemiro and Fridge.
And Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire. I don't know. I'm thinking about Erling Haaland, and I missed a point with Erling Haaland and Nottingham Forest. Big up to his father. That's what I was thinking about. His father played for Nottingham Forest. Yes, his father played for Nottingham Forest and had the great moment against Arsenal when Stuart Pearce was captain and he was assigned as the coach of the game. That was a big moment. And to see his father in the stands cheering out for Erling Haaland when Erling Haaland scored today, when you guys said Erling Haaland wasn't good enough, that was a heartwarming moment. But anyway, back to dynamism. I'm back to the great Ten Hag talking about how entertaining his team is. Benton, how many teams you will see a player like Garnacho breaking down the left wing, doing everything right, getting to the 18-yard box, and instead of crossing the ball to his striker, he decides, I'm going to cut it to my right foot and kick it across the face of goal so the goalkeeper can dive, so all the fans in the stands behind the goal can be like this. That is dynamism, Benton. That is heart and stuff moment. That is what Eric Ten Hag brings to Manchester United. Glory, glory, Man United. I am just like this brother behind me when we watch a Man U game.
All right,
That's how me look when we watch a Man U game. See me?
Fair enough. Manchester United. All right. Before we get to Jamaican football news, Champions League Junior. We have to quickly go through the Champions League semi-final games coming up this week. We know the match is coming down. Dortmund versus PSG. If not now, Junior, when for PSG?
Here goes the goat mouth.
If not now, when for PSG, Junior?
Here goes the goat mouth. We will see. We will see.
PSG versus Dortmund on Tuesday, 3 p.m. Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Some Bayern Munich fans have started a petition to keep Thomas Tuchel at the helm at the end of the season, Junior.
And you know, I'm lining up this bug of the year for Bayern Munich because Bayern Munich quickly announced that Tuchel wasn't going to be the coach anymore, right?
Yeah.
It almost felt like they already had their successor. They already had the plans in place to move on, and we're going to go back to what we were before. And it seems like that was just an angry fan reaction to where Bayern Munich was playing. And now, because they don't have an obvious successor lineup, now they are now in problems because Tuchel already came out and said, no, the decision already made, but not come back. So me can go win Champions League right now, put my middle finger up to him and go about business.
It is crazy. Thomas Tuchel is Uli Hoeneß, one of the big wigs at Bayern Munich, on the 27th. Yesterday says that Thomas Tuchel is not the kind of coach I'd like to develop players. Thomas Tuchel today before the game says, I have very little understanding for it. I find it absolutely baseless. I have developed young players all my career. My honor as a coach is hurt. Junior, what exactly is going on at Bayern Munich, brother? And Jan Vertonghen reported this story. I mean, what exactly is going on at Bayern Munich?
Sound like fans, the policy makers, the people who make decisions at Bayern Munich. It's not like they're being fans of the club instead of being strategic thinkers. And I think that's what's going on at the club right now. I think that Tuchel, I don't know. Tuchel, when you look at Tuchel's face, and maybe I shouldn't characterize this, but you know what? These are the views of Junior. Tuchel just looked like a pure European a-hole.
What?
Those are the views of Junior. He just have that look. Him looking in face, he just look like the type of person that thinks he knows everything and has no problem letting you know that he knows everything and he is always right and you don't know what you're talking about. And maybe
He's quite opposite based on reports, Junior.
What?
He's quite opposite based on people.
No, I come with the Chelsea bus driving and the bus buying. I don't want to hear about that mental. Looking at the other man, just looking at how he looks, I think he can rub some people the wrong way.
Fair enough. This is true. I can definitely see that. Does this affect their Champions League chances against Real Madrid?
Hell no. Because I'm telling you this already. It is not about Tama. It is not about Tuchel. This Champions League run is all about my boy. Why the name just slipped my mind? Thomas, what name?
Muller.
Muller.
Yeah.
This run is all about Muller. This run is Muller is the spirit behind Bayern Munich right now. All Tuchel is standing up there and doing right now is just making sure the energy stays pointed in the right direction. But I get the vibe. This is I'm all about Muller.
This is unbelievable. I'm looking at this quote again. Thomas Uli Hoeneß says Thomas Tuchel is not the kind of coach that like to develop players. And he actually named names. He said they cannot, I think to paraphrase, he said that we cannot trust him with Jamal Musiala. and the young players. He didn't use the word trust, but you get the point.
Right.
But actually, to be honest with you, did Thomas Tuchel develop any young players at Chelsea? But at Dortmund, he was notorious for that, right? And Isaac was with him at Dortmund. All these young players were with him at Dortmund. Ousmane Dembele, Dortmund. I mean,
hold on, Benton. Hold on. Dortmund's MO is to develop players and move them on for profit, regardless of the coach. We cannot give that to Tuchel when you have Tuchel is there, you have Klopp is there, you have the current coach that is there, and they all had great players that left the stable young. You cannot put it on a coach to say he doesn't develop. All right. Look at it this way. If somebody say you Thomas Tuchel don't develop young players, that means Bayern Munich did not develop any young players this year. That means Bayern Munich's youth coach is a bug coach. That means Bayern Munich, their scouting department of bringing in the young talent is a bug scouting department. Tuchel have nothing to do with the 16, 17, 18-year-olds, the 15 or 14-year-olds. So if you try to point out that Bayern Munich, which I get the vibe from this comment is, Bayern Munich is bringing in too much outside talent and not propping up homegrown talent. Maybe that's where I'm going with the comment. I am just trying to pin it on Tuchel. But anybody with any brain cells is supposed to sit down and say, wait, but I don't Tuchel coach the youth side. I don't Tuchel deal with the young baller them. We talk about, what do you mean by him not developing the young players? Musiala was a baller before Tuchel reached. So how him gone back to being a young player again? What's going on? So no, miss me with that.
Uli Hoeneß speaking to Bild, the German newspaper in Tabloid or whatever. He says, quote, "I don't blame Thomas Tuchel. He has often been to dinner with me. I get on very well with him. He has a different attitude. He doesn't think he can improve Alphonso Davies, Pavlovic, or Jamal Musiala. If it doesn't work, you should buy someone else. I think you should work hard on them and give them confidence." So he highlighted specific players. So it seems like Yuli's saying that Thomas Tuchel doesn't think that he can develop these three particular players. And because of his inability to make these three particular players better, then he says, okay, buy some ballers.
No, that's an insinuation. Let me tell you how that comes. Because no coach is going to look and tell somebody, I don't care who the hell you are. That two player they said, yo, the player with me have a starter right now, he's not good. He's not good enough. And we need to move on from it.
Joseph did it with Danny Van der Beek at Manchester United.
Not really.
When Danny, or no, it's not Danny. What's his name?
He did it with Schweinsteiger.
Schweinsteiger. When Schweinsteiger showed up to
was
training and then tell him because the management told the administrators told him that he needs to go train with the young team.
No. Let's
It's
not,
a different case.
let's not mix up the gaff with this.
Okay.
Jose did not tell Schweinsteiger say done at Manchester United. Schweinsteiger said, I still have a contract, I'm coming here to train. And Jose said, all right, but you're not training with me, though. Come and say done. You're not playing with no more. This is equivalent to when Pep came out and threw Kyle Walker under the bus. And now Kyle Walker is now wearing the captain's armband. Right? You remember when Pep said Kyle
Pep
Walker
just said that Kyle Walker cannot play that position? No. That's what he said.
No, he said he wasn't good enough.
Yeah, he said he wasn't good enough to play that position because, and he's
Right.
still not good enough to play the position.
But he's still playing now.
Yeah,
So
but
when-
the position requires that Pep spoke about is a position. I would criticize Pep for a lot of things. The position he spoke about is the position to step into midfield and give that extra help. And Kyle Walker is not good enough to play that position.
Oh, Benton, not because you agree with him means that it's not the same thing. It is the same thing. The only difference is Tuchel never tell us publicly. This brother coming and telling us publicly what Tuchel tell him behind closed doors, apparently.
Yeah,
That's
all
a
right.
problem.
Well, clearly Tuchel must have told you, listen, I can make these players better. Go buy me some players.
No, that's an insinuation because I can insinuate that you will look at Tuchel and say, hey, you know, some really like Musiala, and you know, Alphonso Davies, at the world going into the World Cup, he was the best player for Canada, even though they never performed at the World Cup. I don't know why he's not playing so well right now. Tuchel could have said, yo, the man must struggle, brother. And you know, it maybe Bayern Munich is not for them anymore. Maybe we need to move on. That no means you know go to and say, wait, you have to say they're not good enough, but they tell you so the man them a baller. Oh, so you have to say, it could all be insinuated. Tuchel never come out on record and say any of this stuff.
We have to go check. We have to check the notes, but yeah.
No, but
right.
the problem is this though. Tuchel is a lame duck coach. But the unfortunate thing is, Tuchel is a lame duck coach that might be leaving,
With a
delivering
champions.
the greatest thing to the fans. The Bayern Munich brass now I said, January, you know who's hoping they don't win the Champions League? Bayern Munich brass. They don't want to win Champions League.
Yeah.
They
Definitely.
don't want to win Champions League. Remember, you know,
Yeah.
remember when Jose left Tottenham and basically put a hex on Tottenham when he said, they did not even allow me the chance to win a trophy.
Well, I mean, what Bayern Munich could do if they do make it to the final, just go ahead and just tell Thomas Tuchel to go ahead and leave.
But I think that's where it's heading to, because those Bayern Munich brass, they are too. Even though Oliver Kahn is not there anymore, I think Bierhoff is still there. I probably Bierhoff moved to German federation, but they have a bunch of ex-players. There will be nobody. Just imagine how petty, Benton.
Yeah.
You know how petty I would be if I was Thomas too. Hey, this is how Milan won the Big Ears trophy. To the camera. Let us go to the camera. I go to the camera right now. I say, you want this? I just walk off of the podium. I said, take a picture.
But to be fair, credit regardless is Muller whosoever have a huge impact at the stadium. They're in the semi-finals of the Champions League.
Yes.
Who you got this Wednesday? Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid on Wednesday 3 p.m. Dortmund versus Paris Tuesday 3 p.m. Who you got?
I'm not going to enjoy the game.
All right. I go
enjoy the game.
Look, Lucho Enriquez, excellent coach. Paris should make the final. Simple. I mean,
yes.
and again, I many of us did not expect Dortmund to, but this is my goat mode here. Did not expect Dortmund to beat Atletico Madrid. So Dortmund gonna have to shock us again with Jadon Sancho, 5 goals and assists so far since he joined the season. But this Bayern Munich Real Madrid game, you know, I don't know. I don't know how that game is gonna go.
You see, all right. The reason why I don't want to predict that game is because I can see Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. running wild at Allianz Arena because of the way of Bayern Munich play high and they don't seem to like to defend, right? I can sit on that till it's Real Madrid going to score 3-4 goals. But I also can say, because the game is playing at Allianz first, I'm pretty sure. So I can say, the coach, I can see Madrid coming out and playing extremely defensive like they did against
Carlo.
I see Carlo doing that. Put 2 blocks of 4, try play counter-attacking, play safe, and I can see Bayern Munich breaking them down easily. Sade and company can break them down easily. And Harry Kane presents a problem to Rudiger that, in all fairness, Rudiger didn't face from the Viking. Harry Kane will come to midfield and start the play and run into attack and make a darting run and finish it off. Rudiger will not be able to do all of this under Harry Kane because Harry Kane will be all over the place. So I can see that game going either way, to be honest.
I mean, it should be. I mean, these are big teams, big money, business end of the season. End of the season. Game can go either way. The first leg is at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Oh, I thought it was at Allianz.
Well, no, yes, you're right. I clicked on the second leg. You are right. At Yep, Allianz. First leg is at Allianz, second leg at the Bernabeu. Yep. So I mean, ultimately, Real Madrid is probably just going to say, "Yo, just go do the job. Don't make sure that we keep this thing going to the second leg at home." PSG, if not know when. All right, Junior. Before we go, my Jamaican football news. We've touched a lot of things. Let's get to the matter. Craig Butler, Leon Bailey. Jamaican football news. In Jamaican football news this week, Mike Ricketts, president of the Jamaican Football Federation, basically, to paraphrase, he wants to have a reason with Leon. He wants to mend fences, repair the relationship, whatever was said on the Let's Be Toxic. Let's Be Honest. Let's Be Honest podcast. The modest podcast by Jay. Whatever that was said, Mike Cricket said, let's just move on past that and let's fix it. Junior, talk to me, brother. Craig Butler then reply and put out certain stipulations.
Okay, so I never text Craig about
this. And let's get the Craig Butler stipulations. All right.
Are we sure? Those are stipulations.
All right. Let's. All right. So The quote, direct quote from My Crickets, first and foremost, direct quote, and this is in the Observer, Daniel Blake article. It says, quote, My Cricket says, quote, to be honest, no, we haven't spoken, and as in spoken to Leon Bailey, but hopefully somehow we will make this connection and see how we can amicably settle whatever issues Leon may have. Leon and I have a pretty decent relationship, and I have a lot of love and respect for him. I really want to wish him well. The utterance that he would have made, we really just want to get past those and rekindle the love and affection that existed prior to those commitments or comments. End quote. Butler then says in the same article, we are Jamaicans first. Quote, we are Jamaicans first. Always remember that. The fact that we don't accept unprofessionalism or being treated in a negative way doesn't make us less any Jamaican. He said a lot of things. He says we want to have resolutions, but also we want to make it permanent. The condition is that it has to stop. It has to reach a point where Phoenix players are not being ostracized just because they're from Phoenix. They won't make the national team. The players are in a position where you cannot deny them and start to get to a position where you support the players. Those are his conditions. Per Daniel Blake in the Observer.
Right, because I need to know if he really said that.
I mean, these are direct quotes. We can only take the man, the journalist. Daniel Blake is a journalist of the Jamaican Observer. I mean, I don't think Daniel Blake. We can only take the man at his word. I mean, it's one thing to paraphrase a man, you know, but it's next thing to make the direct quote verbatim.
So Benton, not to cut you, but and yes, there are scenarios where you can still make a direct quote and it be true with this. So for example, would you I don't want, let me find the perfect. Would you, if we have a turf war in Jamaica, in City A, I don't want to call out any neighborhood or anything, in City A, right? What would it take for you, Benton, to spend the night in the middle of City A and spend 1 week down there by yourself? What would it take? What conditions would you need?
Guaranteed safety.
That's it?
Yeah, guaranteed safety in City A.
Well, okay. So you
promises a guaranteed protection from City A's boss, gang era leader. That's why what I would do to spend the night and check the hottie down at City A.
All right. So you almost played that. All right. Ask me the same question. Ask me the same question.
Cause the Don run the era, and the Don says, Benton, come check the hottie. You guaranteed my safety.
No, but if you were to ask me the same question, I said, what would it take, Judah? What would it take you to spend a week in City A? You know, you're not take me.
Not week, one day, one night.
Give me a month. You would have to find the robot in a RoboCop. The brother with the big gun up on the side. Me don't need 50 of them around me. Me don't need 3 AC central air unit in the zinc house of me live in. Me don't need 5 hattie. 7 hattie. What a day. For there with me. Right? And you go quote that and put that in the cleaner. And you're going to put that in the cleaner. In other words, what Butler said to me is equivalent to that. And I don't think he's serious. I really don't think I hope he's not serious.
All right, you don't think he's serious, or you hope he's not serious? Which one?
I hope he's not serious, and because I hope he's not serious, I'm going to think he's not being serious.
Okay, all right.
So in other words, I'm going to give you a condition that you cannot agree to. So guess what? Bailey now forward back. It's that simple. You're going to ask me, what would it take for me, Bill? So Butler, since Bailey not talk to me, what would it take for make Bailey come back for play for Jamaica? Well, you have to let in everybody at Phoenix to come play for Jamaica.
Well, he did not say that in a junior. He did not say everybody at Phoenix.
But better. Who is going to determine who is good enough from Phoenix to go play for Jamaica? How about Butler?
Yeah, well, fair enough. Because, I mean, he's biased towards this player. He just said, and again, according to Daniel Blake, he wants Phoenix players to get their fair access in this national team.
To Jeremy, I said, the man, see, I said, to get to the point. I said, I read the quote yesterday, Butler madman. Butler is not crazy. JFF is crazy. Ricketts is crazy. Ricketts went to Butler and gave him a blank check and said, write a figure that you want. That's why I give Butler ball of the week. You give Butler a blank check and say, take what you want just so I can get what I want. What boy you think Butler gonna do? He gonna write the biggest number on the check. Yo, let in everybody at Phoenix.
Junior, let me ask you this. We know how braggadocious and some will say arrogant members of the JFF are. Right? Can we agree on that?
Right.
Yes, the man them, in fact, some of them been on tape, say, boy, yo, the thing I say a party shop we run, etc. You know, etc. So with that sort of attitude and that sort of, you know, we saw Mr. Ricketts and hear him speak confidently in a quiet way. With that sort of demeanor, are you surprised that, I am very surprised that they are willing to let Leon Bailey back into the setup after what Leon Bailey said? The only way Leon Bailey is allowed back into the setup after what was said with such personalities in the JFF is Leon Bailey apologized and growl, and we know that didn't happen, at least based on the information that has been delivered. Or B, Leon Bailey have something, them owe Leon Bailey something, them owe Leon Bailey money. Them owe Leon Bailey money. They owe, and I'm not talking about match fee money now. Something else. Did Leon Bailey charter a flight on him credit card come from Suriname based on certain reports?
I know business.
And maybe them still owe him money because that is the only way that I can see the president, unless this player has something over your head. Because the president says, basically, let's hold a reason, brother. Let's hold a reason. Whatever you said what was said in that podcast, that's gone. Let's move on.
Well, nobody even cares. You're right. I struggle to believe that they are that fickle. Nobody look. All right. So is Ricketts and JFF that senile? Because you have to be senile. Me look by you and say, yo, Gold Cup, whatever the game is, let's say August 20th. But me I promote my party August 20th. And me now go play the Gold Cup. Me I go on my party August 20th. And then 3 weeks later, you come back and say, well, you know, we're going to try to talk to him and see if he can forward August 20th. So after my party, what go on with my party when I keep the same weekend? What do you think you're going to do? What you're going to tell me, say, you know what? Come play the game, I will fly and go back to Jamaica for your party. Or do your party, I'll fly come to the game. How senile can you be? The man done said that promote the party, I'm not playing in the Gold Cup.
And just to remind listeners what Bailey said in the interview, big up to Jeffrey, it's on YouTube. It's well documented. Just to remind listeners, quote some of the big things that he said in that interview. He said, quote, Hal Grimson, he's talking here, quote, did say to me that he wasn't going to invite me to the next camp, but way before this happened, I always had it in my head that this is too much on my plate when it comes to the national team. And I was really going to take a break from it. And then the suspension just tipped off everything. I felt that was really harsh. It just said to me that being in the national team right now, it really drains my energy a lot. Jamaica's national team is not doing anything for me. Jamaica's national team is not going to give me exposure. Playing for Jamaica is not going to make Real Madrid call me. I am shining light on the national team by playing overseas and representing Jamaica as a Jamaican all the time, end quote. So, just to refresh, that was said in that interview, and now President Mike Cricket said, "Why? Let's move on. Let's have a reason and move past this, Junior." And even on top of that, Butler come in and say, "Yo, there's more stipulations." but Junior, this does not surprise me. I think as long as Rudolph Speed is in the position of power in the JFF, and he's the technical director of the selection committee, meaning that he, along with the coaching staff and all the people, select the players, the group of players that Hal Grimson wants for his squad. Technical committee chairman or whatever he is. As long as Rudolph Speed is in that position, there's a long running gripe between Rudolph Speed and Craig Butler. And I think Craig Butler will always be suspicious of Rudolph Speed in that position, saying that he's keeping Phoenix players down.
So BM said this is why Jamaica football will not progress. There is no leadership. Ricketts is pathetic. Before they run with this hype youth Bailey, they're running behind him and kissing his backside. This is a joke. Maybe because they can beg Bailey a thing when he goes to Jamaica.
Yeah, I agree. But didn't Craig Butler put a stipulation years ago on why and what were the terms if Bailey should be selected, Kyle Butler should be selected, right? In some form or the other, right?
He was
selected for the under 20 for that team with your brethren as the head coach.
Yeah.
So what is to prevent Craig Butler from putting another stipulation on the JFF again?
What would prevent it? What Jermaine says. First off, the coach has the last say, and if the man them not good, them not good.
Yeah, but does the coach have the last say here, Junior? Because clearly the president is already making overtures to the player to return. So Hal Grimson might not don't want to have anything to do with Bailey. But Mike Ricketts, unless Mike Ricketts spoke to Hal Grimson and Hal Grimson gave him the blessing.
This is why I gave the right of.
And Jeremy Levy says, but the coach want Bailey back. I don't.
But we see, this is why I gave the person who wrote the article the bug of the week, because you just made it a lot more chaotic. Both sides have rabbit ears, right? Both sides listen to everybody. But either way, Marcus Rashford get bug of the week for the crap website this week too. But forget about that. Bailey said it in the interview about hearing what people said. Butler would know, hear what people say. And Mike Ricketts obviously have a problem with what people say about him and the Federation. So what the article does now is it just remove the band-aid and the little healing that we were doing. We were already moving on from Bailey, already thinking about Jamaica playing in the Gold Cup, and now all of a sudden this come back over again. For what? It's not worth it, man.
Well, I will say this. I am willing to give people chances, a second chance, or I guess third chance. I don't know what it is. It's incumbent on Leon Bailey to fix any issues with the squad or his teammates, right? If anything that happened, if he pissed off the group because of that interview, or because we saw players posting on X when that interview dropped saying that my yard and head of state Damian Lowe posting that my love represent my country and blah blah blah. The Mari Gray posting back with the group 1 yard. So if he pissed off the group, it's incumbent on him to go and apologize and fix it to the group. Because I mean he's an asset to the team. So we can't deny that he's not an asset to the team.
But is he irreplaceable?
No, he's not irreplaceable. No baller not irreplaceable. No, if we talk to you think so Mr. Grabantech is irreplaceable.
No. I'm not saying that he's irreplaceable, but I think Mason Greenwood is the perfect addition to the team right now. But Jeremy said he still has to apologize and make amends to the team. His sources tell him that the players are not happy with Bailey, so he has some work to do. And for all those who might be listening and is skeptical, I can tell you, Jeremy has well-placed sources. BM says Hal Grimson is also a joke. Rene Simoes would give him a ride to the airport and tell him never to return. Jeremy says, personally, I don't want the fish back unless he apologizes publicly. Just him this Jamaica public, just like he did him this Jamaica publicly. Jeremy says Greenwood run in and we don't need Bailey. BM says Bailey isn't an asset. He's more of a liability for Jamaica. And Jeremy said, Junior, me and you on the same page. I agree.
All right, let me clean up. Let me make a point regarding why I said Leon Bailey is an asset. I think Leon Bailey and Damari Gray keeps CONCACAF defense. I can't have CONCACAF defense in a chokehold. And the perception of Aston Villa, Leon Bailey, can have CONCACAF teams, defenders in a chokehold. Because only thing you need Leon Bailey is to bring the cloud of the perception that he's going to bring that Aston Villa game to a matchup against a CONCACAF team. What does that do? The CONCACAF team will say, okay, we're going to have to respect him and allow Damari Gray. Don't double Damari Gray. Damari Gray doesn't get double, that means that Damari Gray is going to be more lethal. If you don't have Leon Bailey on the other side, then that means you put Cephas or whosoever over there. The man are going to say, yo, I bug baller them there, regular ballers. Yeah, they don't have the name as a Leon Bailey. So we want to make sure that Damari Gray doesn't kill us.
Interesting. So
and we're going to double team them.
And you're now trying to tell me that Mason Greenwood and Damari Gray wouldn't have?
Mr. Grabantech is a valuable addition to any team, a.k.a. Mason Greenwood. He's a baller, a talented player, and just like any human being, he needs a second chance. But I say his second chance should be at Manchester United and England. When Mason Greenwood was clean, Mason Greenwood wasn't a reggae boy. Now, him grab up on tech, he wants to become a reggae boy. We know dirty things, right, sir?
But isn't that, well, okay. I almost said it. I
mean, it seems inevitable. It seems like it's inevitable that he will become a reggae boy. And I'm not going to fight against him if he does become. Mr. say, good luck, wish you all the best, and do your best for the team. It's me deal with that. I'm not going to fight against him. But if I had my choice, I tell him, say, brother, no, I don't want, keep your baggage over there, say, in England.
All right, sir.
We already have enough baggage right there, so we have to deal with Leon Bailey and Bullhead.
Peter Missick says, until he performs, he's not an asset to the team. He's also become toxic, which makes it worse.
Why? I think he can be he's an asset because he pulls the defenders, he gives Damari Gray. We don't need Leon Bailey. As long as Damari Gray is on the field, you don't need Leon Bailey to score goals. And Damari Gray will score goals and create.
Well,
only thing you need Leon Bailey is to just run down the field, collect the ball, and run at a defender a couple of times. That's all you need him to do.
Jeremy says it well. You sound like Goldbridge. Ronnie in Greenwood.
We're not going to get Aston Villa, Leon Bailey. We're not going to get that. Junior, you're going to reach out to your brethren Bullhead and find out, was his statement true?
No, I'm going to stay out of it. Okay. I'm curious. You know who we should invite back Altiman Butler. Because Altiman Butler has
U17 coach, right?
Right, and he has slowly, if you notice it, the last time he spoke to us, and he kind of hinted towards his involvement with the Jamaican national team. Remember, he said at the time that something similar to like he would love to do it, but like basically saying the stars would have to align, right? And it seems that the stars have aligned, and I'm curious to know, and we'll have to be very strategic with the way we ask him, but I'm curious to know what is his perspective as a player turned coach in the same program. What's your perspective on all of this? And I'm curious to know what is a former player's perspective, a fraternity member perspective on all of this. And I'm curious to know how much does Leon Bailey and Craig Butler, how much do they interact with the fraternity? We're not talking about current players. We're talking about established ballers that have come and gone through the system. How do they interact with Butler and Bailey? I'm curious to know what's going on there because something don't feel right.
All right, well, let's put the money on it. Over or under $50. Leon Bailey will be back for the World Cup qualifiers after his dance in June.
Peter Mrs. said, but I thought you said you believe in giving a person a second chance. So why not extend that same courtesy to Greenwood?
Very good question, Peter. Greenwood's second chance is with England and Manchester United. Greenwood never played for the Reggae Boys. Mason Greenwood, aka Grab and Tech, never volunteered to play for the Reggae Boys in his life. His second chance is with Manchester United and with the entire setup in the UK. Know that Mason Greenwood is dirty and carry bag of baggages, and a Grab and Tech. He wants to come play for the Reggae Boys. Night. I wish him all the best, but night. Me understand Manchester United fans would have loved to see him forward. And he's an excellent footballer. Don't get me wrong now. He's an excellent footballer.
Officer Mason would have more impact than Bailey.
All right, so wait now. How we going to say Mason's going to have more impact than Bailey and we're going pan hypothetical here.
Not hypothetical. Do you want that to say?
Mason Greenwood is a baller, yes.
Mason Greenwood is a bigger baller than Bailey.
Yes, he's a bigger baller than Bailey.
But Mason Greenwood have more impact.
JFF and Jamaica Football Federation setup.
It's not him.
He's a high value, high price talent, 5-star baller back when he was
Benton. Mason Greenwood, wearing the number 11 jersey for Jamaica on the field, will have more impact on the game than Leon Bailey wearing the number 7 jersey. Do you agree with that, yes or no?
Yes, he will have more impact on the field because the defenders will definitely have to honor him.
Come on. And that is no...
And he will score goals. All right, that's what you want me to say.
And that is no knock against Bailey. Bailey is a baller too.
Yeah.
And I would love to have Bailey, Greenwood, and Demari Gray in the same team.
Exactly. I see that. I see that. But I don't even think you need Mason Greenwood to qualify for World Cup.
Of course you need Mason Greenwood to qualify for the World Cup. And you don't need Corey Burke to come on.
All right, Corey Burke actually went through a lot recently. Glad that you brought it up. Go ahead, Judah. Finish your point.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That's it. I don't need Corey Burke to try to score a winning goal. So if that means Antonio will be coming off the bench, I'm all, or Antonio cannot bother come back at Jamaica. If that means that Bowser will be coming off the bench in the 85th minute for come try win a game over Corey Burke, Greenwood for come play for Jamaica.
All right, so I mean, to me, and I said it before, Greenwood's second chance right now is just get your professional career back on track. You dodge a bullet, brethren, do some good in your neighborhood, and good luck to your party.
Yeah.
That is my thing.
Basic Greenwood, listen to me. Now listen to Benton. Benton a goat mouth. Forward to Jamaica. Go to the St. Andrew Parish, probably home for girls, or go to one of those places and invest in that community while representing the black, gold, and green.
Well, I probably go to St. Thomas, so could I use the investment more still?
I can go and watch it.
No,
but we don't want Basic Greenwood round a back road.
Jermaine says, is what Bailey did was worse than Greenwood to him. All right.
As a Jamaican, I agree.
All right. Take off your Jamaican hat. As a human being, which one worse?
Benton. No, we can't say that. All right. These are the views.
We hear the tape of the man talk about tech under your...
These are the views of Judah. People, and if anybody want to clip it up, I don't care. These are the views of Judah and nobody else.
And Junior, before you say your views, I just want to make sure I have this accurate. Based on the tape that allegedly is Mason allegedly said, last night, me beg you sorry, and forward to tonight, me gonna take under your, right? Basically. Right? You're shaking your head. The audio listeners want to get a confirmation.
Yes. Yeah. And I see, these are the views of Junior. What's the population of Jamaica, Benton? The population of Jamaica, whatever it is, let's say 6 million, right? Let me say it. What Liam Bailey said and did, him slap 6 million people in the face. Man, woman, boy, girl, infant, dog, cockroach, the mange them, everything. All the mango them on the tree were green and not ripe yet. Liam Bailey slapped the whole of our face. Greenwood slapped what?
These are the views of Junior, not ball chat, Not ball chat. Yo, not ball chat. Those are the views that, send an email to Junior Pringle@gmail.com, father. Not ball chat. Jeremy Levy says, man apologize. Look at the US coach. A man boxed on his wife. Yes, Greg Berhalter. Actually, I think he did kick her down in the 90s, right? Kick her, actually. When she was it when she was pregnant, when they were dating in college or something like that? Yeah, man. That I wonder we don't give him no forgiveness either. Him can go chuck off. Jeremy says, Bailey can't do anything for me to like him as a baller ever again. Yeah.
Why, that harsh. Because Bailey can score the winning goal for the World Cup, and I will celebrate it.
Yeah, man. We just wish him all the best. Scoreberg, before we go my yard, a couple things. Scoreberg. Tom Borgert, beat writer covering MLS, says just got this sent as a screenshot of racist abuse to New York Red Bulls forward Corey Burke in his DM. Somebody sent Corey Burke a racist DM. DM says, you are no different than a stupid monkey eating a banana. Black fool, disgusting end. End quote. Junior, you care? Yeah, why monkey eating a banana have to be stupid? So why does the monkey want to eat a banana?
Exactly. And is it a ripe banana or a green banana?
Well, banana is banana.
No, because if the monkey eat a green banana, they have the ripe
Well,
banana beside it.
them have images of green banana. I guess Koreberg replied, or somebody replied with a image of Koreberg.
Because if him eating a green banana and you have the ripe banana beside it, of course the monkey is stupid. But if the monkey eat the ripe banana, the monkey is smart. You know, banana is good in potassium, you know.
New York Red Bulls ended against 1-1 against Vancouver yesterday. We saw Nico Williams scored against Atletico Madrid and pointed to his skin. Of course, he was getting similar chance in that game against Atletico Madrid. Junior, boy, you got some dirty drunk out the road there, aka despicable people who hide behind the screen. So, just so you go.
And you know, we talk about Koreberg on the field but a part of me sympathizes with him. Another part of me is I do grow up, man. Just ignore it. Like, see it, all right.
Well, all right. Jeremy and Levy says, brother, to be honest, them man are too emotional. All Vinicius on the podium, I cry. You rich, make the authorities handle it.
That's simple. Like, and I don't want to sound like I'm not sensitive to the situation. I don't want to sound like I'm a coon. I don't want to sound like I'm an Oreo and say, oh, well, get over it. You're rich. Because some people might take what Jeremy and Sarah might take what I'm about to say and twist it that way. When in reality, that brother whoever it is that sent that thing to Koreberg, right? Let's just say Corey walk in Times Square and somebody come to him and say, hey, Corey, that DM you got in there, that was me. All right, so let's fix it, right? No, you have now given me the opportunity to fix this situation. Until then, dude, you just bites on the computer. And you know what's funny? Thankfully, this hasn't happened as yet. But these racist trolls, right? And let me send this out as a warning, because we have some young athletes that listen. My son is a young athlete growing up. Benton, you have athletes in your house. A lot of people have kids that are serious athletes as well. A lot of people have serious athletes out there. Take this from Junior, who is just another 40-plus-year-old man with gray beard and don't know what I'm talking about. But just take this from me. When you get DMs like these, just ignore them. Don't even respond to them, because I am thankful that a player hasn't responded to these DMs as yet. Because in this today's world of AI, in today's world of Photoshops and everything, you can send me a response, and just out of frustration, Koreberg could respond in the most heinous way of, think of what a Jamaican would say to a racist person. And Koreberg could respond that way. And that person could take that picture of that DM and send it out and say, look at what Koreberg said to me. And that will cost Koreberg his livelihood. The money he's making. So young athletes out there, I am not saying turn a blind eye to racism. I'm not saying that. But there is no good that is going to come out of this right now. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Don't get emotional over it. When the person come to you now and say, I am the guy that sent you this, by all means, monkey stamp on him face. Until then, ignore it, man.
I take a different approach still, but I definitely understand the point about, people have to go as far as they're willing to go, right?
Right.
I think someone mentioned send up blood pressure, send up the meds over this. I mean, you know, if in society, right, if there aren't those who willing to go forward and chart the road and take on certain things, and some things will never change. You know, if Vinicius Jr., for example, feels that he wants to chart that road, I will support him and say, yo, chart the road. But of course, I don't want Vinicius Jr. or Corey Burke to chart this road, take on this battle to their detriment. You see my deal? The money thing to me is irrelevant here, because at the end of the day, maybe Vinicius Jr. or Corey Burke could be making millions, a larger amount of money, but because of this individual who is the racist person who is sitting behind the computer is actually his boss, and then cutting his money down. You see, man, when someone hides behind a screen, we don't know who those people are, right? It could be the boss, it could be somebody who has influence in the company, and then Vinicius Jr. are those people, or Corey Burke is getting shortchanged for his money. So the money thing is aside for me. Right. An individual walk the road that he or she decides. And I am 100% fully endorse and fully support anyone who take on the battle. But not to their detriment our health. You know, because there's a different way of skin a cat, basically. When I go my 9 to 5, I don't want nobody come at my office a chant no monkey when I do my juggling. You know, but you know, some people will take it differently and ignore the chant, and some people will then take it head on, you know?
But that's not equitable though.
Yeah.
This is the only, if somebody come to you at your job,
yeah,
and monkey chant to you at your job, a co-worker, it don't matter, anybody. All right, not you. If somebody
and the reason why I said my job is that these players, Vinicius Jr., Dani Alves, when he with that banana thing, they were at their place of employment, right?
Yeah, but all right. So if I am at my place of employment and somebody forward and monkey chant and put a noose on me, I'm sorry, 1 second. Yo, security. My brethren Tyrone. Tell Tyrone somebody need him on the 13th floor right now. Wait, you don't want me to send just any white? You don't want me to send Steve, the white guy? No.
Those are the...
No. Those are the views of everybody. No, don't send me the white security. Send me Tyrone, the black security that is always talking about Muslims and talking about the pride the pride of the black people, and he believes in Farrakhan and black. Send him up here, because somebody's up here really being disrespectful. I mean, I'll say, yo, Tyrone, deal with that thing for me now. Monkey stamp him. Simple. Look, there is no footballer in the world that is going to be the next Rosa Parks of Twitter. It's not happening. It's not happening. There's no footballer in the world that's going to revolutionize the racism on social media. Jeremy had said something was key. Jeremy had said why it's not as rampant in England, cause the man them stamp it out. No, the man them don't stamp it out. They have actually turned a blind eye to it.
Well, don't they prosecute people in England because they actually have, right?
No, they have prosecuted people that went way outside the bounds. So like the brother, I don't remember which team, with Sterling, that was on video. To Sterling.
Okay, so that was that one.
You don't want that. You had the idiot on Twitter that used his actual IP address, and they were able to track him. Come on, make an example of this one. But do we really sit here and think that racist people are not putting anything in these EPL players' DMs? Nah, come on, man. It's happening every day. But they're not adding oxygen. They're removing the oxygen from the fire.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not something that, again, I fully support any man who wants to chart the road and light a fire against it, but the individual have to make sure that he or she protects their health, because it's not something that you can sacrifice your health over. And you don't know. I mean,
you can't imagine a man come on the ball field Sunday and say, yo, brother, some a week mash up. Wow, one day a week. Yo, a man send me a DM on Instagram and tell me, say, him send me a repeat my clothes, man. I send me a clothes repeater.
Yeah. My thing with all these things sometimes is all about power dynamics, If a man, it's who control the power. A person hide behind a screen, we don't know who this person is. If it's some bug down the street who have no impact on my life or these individuals' life, then you say, yo, I idiot that. But then sometimes you uncover some of them bugs and then you find out, say, yo, I cut the check, and so. And so this is why sometimes they hide, well, they hide this screen. Because, of course, you're not going to get rid of racists. Say, you have some dirty people in the world. It's not even...
I see, and that's where Jeremy saying that if a man monkey chant...
No, me not beat no man... me not beat the man who come monkey chant me at work. Ultimately, I think if that person... There's an equal opportunity environment. There's a harassment clause that's supposed to protect you at work, and the work environment is now a hostile work environment, an environment where it's not acceptable to all, as you say in your guidelines or your policies. So that individual, you have to deal with him whatever, and you're going to pay me a large payout, because we're going to figure out a way out of this. Because
that is what Jeremy said at Masu.
Yeah, but Corey Burton now get a large payout here from the MLS.
He doesn't need Benton because somebody takes your by Instagram.
Maybe it's one of the MLS cheerleaders or whatever scout.
Find out who the person is, and then we'll go after them.
Yeah, you need to uncover some of them people and see who they is.
Yeah, brother. Stop checking Instagram.
Yeah. Get well soon to Bunny Shaw. Yeah, get well soon. Bunny Shaw out for the rest of the season. Get well soon, family. Reggae Girls will play Brazil in June. Good. One game in Recife, June 1st, and June 4th in Salvador. Good thing here by JFL. Yo, long show, good discussion. Well, show them around long from what year? End of season, show them around long. Football, nice.
We only have 3 weeks left in the season.
Yes, and then Champions League final. So running nice. Yo, big up to all listeners. Big up. Remember to smash the like button, brother. Tell our friends, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. We'll discuss racism in football more and Bonafire and tell a boy. As what Jeremy said, SYM. Tell a boy say SYM.
Simple.
Yo, Jamaicans and figures so them can go all over the world and tell people SYM,
I mean. What I beg the friend from the people, man.
I'm not pay taxes and have a boy use my tax money and then come racially abuse Corey Burke. We burn that. MLS get a whole heap of tax money around here, or tax breaks. Burn that. Yo, time to go on my yard still. Corey, I stand with you. Don't worry yourself.
Corey, I stand with you coming off of Instagram.
Yo, bless up to all the listeners. Connect with us on X at BallChat1. We're on Twitter. What is it? X, Twitter, BallChat1. We're on Instagram, BallChat Podcast. We're on Facebook at Ball Chat. TikTok. Big up to all the followers over TikTok. Boy, TikTok that go and go Junior. Junior was away a few weeks and no TikTok video no drop. Yo, somebody else can't do no work at Ball Chat. I the one man I work hard. Yeah, man, them says a Chinese. What them say? It's a Chinese spy. What is the label? They play on. What is the label? The actual defi. What them say? It's used by the Communist Party to spy on Americans' secrets. What say? Yes, yeah, connect with us and next week. Next week we play Mavado Big League. Connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on TikTok, Ball Chat _podcast. Facebook and Ball Chat. Family, have a safe week. If anybody monkey chant you, don't rubber stamp them. Don't beat them up. Leave it to HR. Bless up on yourself, family.